first of all. Let's hold it hands either side. Feet to hip distance. And just stand yourselves up nice and tall, so make sure you've got a bit of space. And just relax your shoulders and draw your belly button and your lower back in towards each other. And just take some deep breaths. As you breathe out, nod your chin. Breathe in to lift and look straight ahead. And again, breathe out, nod your chin. Breathe in to lift and look straight ahead. And again. And as you nod your chin, let's roll the neck, the shoulders, and slowly fold forwards, allowing the roller to travel down the front of the body, lifting the tailbone towards the ceiling. And then deep breath in, start to draw the tailbone towards the floor as we slowly unroll all the way up to standing. Lift the chest, lift the chin, and again we nod, chin, chest. We fold it forwards, one vertebra at a time, drawing the tailbone up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in, and then we tuck, allow that tailbone to draw back towards the floor as we slowly unroll all the way up to standing. One more time. And as we slowly come on up, we're going to draw the roller behind us. So just draw it around your back and rest your wrists or your hands, if you can get the hands on it, onto the roller. So we kind of turn the shoulders back and down. And as we breathe in, we're going to take a little lean back, looking up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, come forwards, just pressing gently on the roller, drawing the shoulders back and down as we hinge from the hips. And again, deep breath in. Leaning back, looking up towards the ceiling, and then exhale forwards, chin up, chest up, point that tailbone out behind. One more time. And then as we come on up to standing, we're going to take that roller and lay it down onto our mat. Just come and step in front of it for me. So feet to hip distance. I want you to make sure your left foot is nice and square, nice and solid. And we're going to step the right foot back, resting the front of the foot on the roller. Now, as always, you can press that roller a bit further out behind you if you want to. So the further back you start with that leg, probably the easier it is. And we're just going to bend the left knee, floating the arms forwards as we press the right leg and the roller out behind. And then we draw ourselves up to standing. And again, we bend that knee, we press that roller out behind, and then we draw ourselves up to standing. So we're getting that little squat on the right leg, or on the left leg even, and the right leg is opening out, right leg is stretching. Now, on your next one, just adjust your roller if it's starting to move. On your next one, we're going to hold it down there. So as we reach the floor, we're going to hold. We're going to place the hands down to the mat. So the right leg is still on the roller. See if you can step your left leg back as well. So we come into a plank position. Hands under the shoulders. We're pulling up through the back of the arms. Gently draw the knees towards you, rolling the roller towards the body, and then stretch away. And again, keep the bottom lifted, keep the hips up. Two more. Last one. Now we're going to step the left foot forwards, so you can help it forwards if you need to, so it comes back towards the hands, and we're going to come on up to standing. So lift the chest, scoop in the belly button, roll yourself all the way up, step the feet back to hip distance, and we're going to swap it over. So again, Adjust your mat and your roller if you need to. Right foot is nice and square. Left foot, we reach back onto the roller. And again, you can press that roller far away as you like. And we're going to bend that right knee, stretching the left leg out behind. And then we draw ourselves up. And again, we bend that right knee. We press behind. And then we draw ourselves up. And again. Two more. And then on your last one again, we're going to hold it. So we roll it down. When we go as low as we can, hands to the floor. See if you can step your right leg back on the roller so both legs are on. We're into our plank, and if you feel comfortable, again draw those knees towards the chest. Now notice how my shoulders stay in line with my wrists. My head and shoulders are not moving. So I'm just crunching from my center, from my hips, from my knees. Two more. Last one. And then again we step the right foot forwards, and you can help it forwards if you need. We're going to come up to standing, so we lift the chest. We press off that right leg. Feet to hip distance, and we turn sideways on to our roller. Again, adjust if you need. So, roller is onto my left side, and I'm going to put my left foot on the roller. Right knee is nice and stable. Now again, you can start with that roller far away as you like. We're going to bend the right knee, slide the roller away so we get a nice inner thigh stretch, and then we draw back to the center. And again, we bend the right knee and back to the center. You can make it easier by starting with that roller a bit closer, or again, take it further away to begin with. Let's do one more. And as we draw ourselves up, draw that roller over to your right side. So probably start feet hip distance first. Then put the right leg on so you're nice and square, nice and stable. And again from here, that's it. We're going to bend and stretch. And you might find one side you've got more mobility. Maybe you can go a little bit further. Remember, it is a squat, so this left leg, sit back on your heels, stick the bottom out behind you. Ooh, two more. And last one. Lovely. And then we're going to step back to hip distance so the roller is in front of us. Come on down to your hands and knees. So hands are on the roller. And you want to have your hands underneath your shoulders. So hands directly underneath the shoulders. Chest lifted. And we're going to step one foot at a time back into our plank position. So we're pulling up and away from the roller, and we're just going to hold it there. Thinking nice deep breaths. If you want to, let's draw one knee towards the opposite elbow. Nice and slowly. Making sure you're always looking towards the front of your mat. Drawing the belly button and the lower back in towards each other. For another 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we lower the knees, we sit back on the heels, and we use the roller to just press away, open out that back of the body. And then come and lay yourself all the way down onto your front, just reaching the roller forwards. So your arms are stretched across the roller. It's kind of just below your wrists. And we're going to turn the palms to face in towards each other. Now look down towards the floor. Take the feet slightly wide of the hips. Point your tailbone towards your feet. And as we breathe out, first of all, I want you to draw the shoulder blades down the spine. So draw the shoulders down. Keep the arms straight. Then lift the chin, lift the chest, and start to extend up through the spine. So the roll is going to gently ease towards you. And then we roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. We look towards the floor. We relax. Again, we draw the shoulder blades down first. We lift the chin, the chest. We extend up through the spine. And then we slowly roll it down. Nod the chin, rest the forehead. 2 more. Shoulder blades first. Chin, chest growing up through the spine. Inhale. 1 more. Shoulders, chin, chest. And then we slowly lower. And we're going to take the hands off one at a time. Place them to the shoulders. Push ourselves all the way up, and again have a little sit back onto the heels. And then draw the roller towards you. So we're going to come onto the fronts of our thighs. We're going to do a little massage. So come and lay yourself onto the roller, so it's just below the hips. Elbows are resting to the floor. And remember, you are in a bit of a plank position here, so don't let your abs just collapse. Pull in the belly button and gently walk the elbows forwards, rolling the roller down towards the knee. Don't go over the kneecap. Start to roll back up towards the top of the thighs. And again, so we walk the elbows forwards. And then we gently walk it back. And as always, it might start to feel a little bit more intense before it starts easing off. But that's as you relax and your muscles start to really open out. So just give it a couple of goes. If you find a really, really tender spot, so like an area of very tight muscle where there's a lot of build-up of lactic acid, maybe just hold it on there for a second. Allow your body to just rest in that one position. Again, it might start to feel a little bit more intense, but then gradually it will begin to ease off. You can maybe just roll it gently back and forwards on that one particular place. Now, as you come back towards the top of the thighs, just roll yourself very slightly forward, so it's not quite on the hip joint, it's kind of on the widest part of the thigh. And we're going to step our right hand towards us, so right hand to the floor. And we're going to gently turn ourselves all the way onto the very edge of the front of that thigh, so not onto the side, but on the very edge of the front. So you just find a little part of muscle, a little bit of muscle, your TFL, and you'll know when you found it, and just gently massage back and forwards over that one spot. Again, just nice deep breaths. And then roll yourself carefully onto the front, elbows to the floor. We're going to step the left hand back, roll ourselves onto the edge of the right thigh. So again, you're not on your side, you're on the very, very edge. And we're just going to massage back and forwards. And turn onto your front. Push yourself up onto your knees. Walk the hands back. And let's bring the roller to our right side. So come and take a seat with the roller on your right. So knees are pointing right, inside foot is nice and free. So we're going to do our little side stretches. Lift the chest, reach the left arm out. And as we breathe out, we're going to reach that left arm overhead, just rolling the right elbow onto the roller. Make sure you don't go over the elbow. And then we inhale all the way up. Place the left hand onto the foot. Exhale, flow that right arm up and over. Deep breath in, right hand down. Exhale, left arm floats. Nice long stretch. Inhale and exhale. On this next one, we're going to do our lats. So as we place the right hand down, we float the left arm up, we come onto our elbow. Now from here, left hand onto the roller, right hand onto the roller. So we're now looking between our hands, and we're just going to roll the roller, bending and straightening the elbows. Notice how my upper body is staying still. So I'm not bouncing up and down. I'm just bending and straightening my elbows. And we'll go for 3, 2, one more. And as you bend your elbows, we're going to place the right elbow back on the roller. We turn to face forwards, left arm up and overhead. And then we draw ourselves all the way up to seated. And we're going to bring that roller all the way over to the other side. So roller onto your left side. Again, inside foot, nice and free. Left hand on the roller. Deep breath in, and as we breathe out, let's do a nice long stretch. And then slowly roll up. Place your right hand onto your foot. Exhale, left arm up and over. Deep breath in, hand onto the roller. Exhale to reach. Deep breath in. And exhale, up and over. So again, on this next one, we're going to work the lats. We're going to roll away. And as you come onto your elbow, turn to face the roller. Right hand on the roller, left hand on the roller. So we're looking between our hands. And again, keep the body nice and strong. So draw the belly button towards the spine as we roll the roller in and out. For another 3, keep that body nice and stable. 2, 1, and then we'll place that left elbow on. Turn to face forwards, right arm up and overhead, and then we draw ourselves all the way up to seated. And we're going to turn so the roller is behind us. So knees and feet are hip distance apart. Now hands are on the roller. So first of all, can you try and sit yourself up nice and tall, reaching the arms just as far back as is comfortable whilst you sit up straight. So already you might feel a little bit of a stretch through the chest and the shoulders. And as we breathe out, we're going to tuck the tailbone, scoop in the belly button, start to roll back, just pressing the roller away so we get a nice big stretch across the chest and the shoulders. And then we inhale, we draw in that belly button, we roll forwards. Lift the chest, sit up tall. Exhale, we press away. So the hands are going to come off the roller. And then we slowly roll up to seated. And again we tuck, scoop, roll. Two more. Last one. And as you come on forwards, hands on the roller, lift yourself on. Again, just change that roller position if you need to. So lift yourself so you're seated on the roller and place your hands out behind. So hands are now to the floor. So you might need to just kind of roll your pelvis forward so the roller is not quite on the sit bone. Find a position where you feel you're able to balance. Hands facing whichever direction works for you. And when you're ready, we're going to lift one leg at a time to tabletop. And let's just hold for a second. Lift the chest. Open out the shoulders. Reach through the crown of the head. Start to add in some toe taps when you're ready. So tap and lift. And again. So you might really feel the front of the thighs opening out here, or starting to work as well. If you wanted to, bring your heels together, turn your knees out, and let's tap both feet. So heels together, turn the knees out. Again, lift the chest, reach through the crown of the head. Scoop in that belly button. Hopefully those lower abdominals are starting to engage. And we're going to do 4, 3, 2, last one. And then we're going to place the feet down. We're going to stretch the legs out. Just shuffle ourselves back so the roller is now on the top of the thigh. So the bottom is off the roller, it's on the top of the thigh. And you can either, in fact I'm just going to shuffle myself forwards a little bit so you can see me. You can either cross your right ankle over your left or cross the right ankle over the left knee. And gently use your arms, roll yourself back and forth across the back of that left leg. So a little massage into the hamstrings. Lots of work through the arms as well. One more. As we come forwards, we're going to uncross the ankles. So again, left ankle now across the right, or left ankle across the right knee. And use your hands, gently roll yourself back and forwards across that right leg. Never feels quite so intense, this one, as it does on like the fronts of the thighs or the side. So don't worry if it doesn't feel like too much is happening. It's still going to be shifting things out of the muscle, shifting all that lactic acid, all those chemicals. For one more. Oh, and it does get a swell. Relax it there. Place your feet down. Gently lower the bottom to the floor so your roller is kind of underneath your knees. I'm just going to adjust my mat. This is the trouble with a roller class. Everything moves around a lot. So roller should be underneath your knees, bottom on the floor. And we're going to lay ourselves down, lifting the hips so that roller comes underneath the pelvis. So find a comfortable position. So it's not on the bottom, it's not on the back, it's somewhere in between. Your hands are reaching around the edges of the roller. Belly button and lower back connecting. And we can bring one knee at a time to tabletop. Just relaxing those shoulders. And breathing out again to toe tap one leg and lift. Second leg and lift. Remember, you've got a little bit more height to work with here. So your front of thigh is going to open a little bit wider. You need to control it. Make sure the back doesn't start to arch. Watch my leg. I'm going to tap and slide. Draw it back and lift. Alternates. Tap and slide. Draw it back and lift. Making sure as you tap and slide one leg that the other knee doesn't follow. So one knee is really stable. That's where those core muscles come in. On your next one, let's tap, and as we slide, we're going to stretch the other leg to the ceiling. Quite a big stretch. We bend and we lift. So again, just be careful you don't overstretch it. Don't force it if it's not going to go. We want to create some movement. We want to create some length. But we do that by just taking it gently and easing a little bit further each time. 2 more. Last one. As you come to the center, knees to tabletop. Let's see if we can extend both legs to the ceiling. So reach those legs straight up. Point your toes. Again, belly button drawn in. Press gently down on the roller. And we're going to take one leg all the way down and all the way up. One leg stays really strong. Imagine you've got a piece of string around the big toe and it's being pulled up towards the ceiling. In fact, imagine they've both got a piece of string. So as you press down on one leg, you're pulling on that string. Bit of resistance. Other leg is being held up. we can make it a little bit quicker. So as we lower one leg, we're going to start to scissor, swapping the legs. Point the toes. So again, imagine those bits of string on your big toes. Bit of resistance between each foot, you're pedaling. Reach from the hip joint, keep that upper body stable. Looking good. Watch my legs. As I reach one leg up, one leg away, I'm going to circle them around so they switch position. I draw them back to the center, and then I go opposite direction. So I reach, I circle, I draw them back to their start position, I switch, and then I circle the other way. Watch my legs if you're not sure. So they switch position, and then we go back the other way. So I'm opening out through the hips, making sure I switch position each time. And it should feel really nice through the hip sockets. Again, you're in control. Let's do 2 more. Ooh. Feels nice through those hips. Last one. And as we come back to the center, we're going to bend the knees, place the feet down one at a time towards the floor. We're going to press the roller out from underneath us, so down towards the feet, and see if you can place the soles of your feet onto the roller. So, roller is in the middle of the foot. The sole of the foot is on it. Make sure you're not just pressing on the heel or the toes. We want to be able to press down. And as we breathe out, we squeeze the bottom up. Breathe in, lower the bottom down. So press down with the sole of the foot. Make sure you're not just pressing with your heel or your toes. Squeeze the glutes, so drive up and down and again. So we're going to do a couple of hamstring extensions, which look a bit like this. We press up. Now from here, gently start to roll the roller away, keeping the bottom lifted. And then squeeze in, bring the sole of the foot back onto the roller, and then we bring the hips to the floor. So we press up, sole of the foot presses down, and then we press away. Now we keep the hips lifted, lots of work in the hamstrings. We roll towards us, and we lower. 2 more. Again, adjust your roller if it's moving all over the place. Lift up. Roll away. Roll in. Lower the hips. Looking good, guys. Give me 1 more. And rest those hips. Draw those knees towards you one at a time. Pull them in. Give your back a little massage. And then lifting the chin, lifting the chest. Can we roll ourselves up? Just make sure you avoid your roller. And that's it. And then from here, can you bring your roller out behind you? So reach the roller out behind. Come and lay yourself back onto the roller so it's resting underneath the shoulder blades. And you could just kind of rest yourself back here like normal. From here, hands behind the head. Bring the knees up one at a time to tabletop. So you want to feel as though you're kind of lifting yourself off the roller. Roller is there, we're being supported, but we want to imagine we're using those abs. And as we breathe out, we turn. Inhale, we center. Bringing our elbow towards the opposite knee as we extend the other leg. So we're not completely relying on the roller. We're scooping in. Center. And turn. Center. And turn. And again. 4 more. Keep lifting off that roller. If it starts to feel like it's disappearing, just ease it back under. 2 left. And last one. And then as we come to the center, we're going to place the feet down. We're going to keep the roller beneath the shoulder blades, and you can kind of let your body rest on it now. Feet quite close towards you, and let's just squeeze the bottom up, lift the hips, and then lower it down. Squeeze, and then lower. Now if you're comfortable, we're going to squeeze up, and we're going to extend one leg. We lower, hips to the floor. Squeeze up, press down through the supporting leg. Use the roller. Roller may want to move, so make sure it's in the right position for you to balance. You'll probably find one side feels a little bit stronger and you're able to stay stable, and then one side you might feel like the roller starts to shift. And that's when we need to really engage those small supporting muscles. Start to even out those imbalances. Oh, I'm definitely worse on my right leg. 2 more. Use those glutes. And as we come back to the mat, hips to the floor, we're going to pull up from the hips, across the front of the body. We're going to start to wrap the spine around the roller. And then we nod the chin and we curl ourselves up. Again, imagining we're lifting just a little bit higher. And again, deep breath in. Let's pull up from the hips, draw up through the spine, wrap the body around the roller. And then we nod the chin. We curl up, scooping in. One more time. And then bring the elbows close to the head. Once again, lift the bottom off the floor and gently roll back and forth across that upper back. Just going as high towards the shoulders as you feel comfortable, so it doesn't ping out from underneath you. Just have a little massage. And then we'll lower the hips. Hands to the mat. We're going to push ourselves all the way up to seated. And I want you to, we're going to finish off lying on the roller. So come and bring your roller down the length of the mat. Come and lay yourself on it. So hips at one end, head at the other. If you want a cushion between your head and the roller, you can do. But remember, you're not going to be fully flat on the roller. We want to have maybe a little gap beneath the lower back. Arms just gently outstretched. And just rest it here. Take some deep breaths. Allow the roller to just sink up between the shoulder blades. And when you're ready, start to circle your arms up and overhead, and then back down by your sides. And again, circle up and overhead, and then back down by your sides. Scooping in the belly button, rotating through that shoulder socket. And then let's float those arms up over the chest, palms facing in towards each other. And as you breathe in, reach the fingers up. And as you exhale, draw the shoulders down. Deep breath in, reach the fingers up. And then draw those shoulders down, and again. And And as you draw the shoulders down, turn your palms to face your feet. And just allow the elbows to drop wide like a chest press. Turn through the shoulder sockets so your palms are facing the ceiling. And then slide those arms alongside the head. Float them up and over the chest. Let the elbows drop wide. Turn through the shoulder socket. Slide those arms alongside the head. And then float them over the chest. 2 more. Last one. And then bring your arms down to the mat and take them wide of the body. Just give me that little shimmy from side to side. Just sliding that roller up between the shoulder blades. And you might find, having done this at the end of the class instead of the start, that maybe there's a little bit more movement than normal. Maybe you can get a little bit further under the shoulder blade rather than just rolling across it. Two more. And as you come back to the center, we're going to draw the arms down to our sides. Nod the chin and press yourself carefully up to seated. And come on over to your hands and knees. So your roller is resting on your left side. So roller is on your left side. And we're just going to reach the right arm under the body, so the back of the hand is resting on the roller. The left hand is directly underneath your shoulder. And keeping your head forwards of the shoulder, we're going to slide that right arm, just using the roller to reach away. And then we gently draw back to the center, coming back to our box position. And again, we turn the head, the neck, the spine, just being aware we're not sitting back onto our heels. And then we draw that roller towards us. One more time. And as we come back to the center, I'm just going to turn myself around, but you can bring your roller to the other side if that's easier. So we come onto our left. So left hand reaches onto the roller. And from here, we turn the head, the neck, the spine. Again, being aware we're not sitting back onto our heels. And then draw yourself back to the center. And again, turn the head, the neck, the spine. And then draw yourself back to the center. And again. And as we come on back, bring that roller one last time out in front of you. Rest your hands on, knees apart, feet together. Have a sit back, open out the spine. Draw yourself all the way back up onto your hands and knees. Hands on the roller, knees to hip distance. We're going to curl the toes. Roll the roller towards you as you rock back onto the balls of the feet. Take hold of either end. Tuck the chin. Heels down, lengthen the legs. And slowly start to unroll, drawing that tailbone towards the floor as we float up one vertebrae at a time. And again, nod the chin, the neck, the shoulders slowly folding forwards. Tailbone drawing up towards the ceiling. And then tuck that tailbone, scoop in the belly button. Slowly unroll. And we'll do it one last time. Nod that chin. And as we come on up to standing, just give me a deep breath in, float that roller overhead. And then exhale, let it go. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And we're going to do it one last time. Deep breath in, maybe reach the roller behind you, lean back a little, open out. And then exhale, let it go. You can drop that roller, give yourselves a shake, loosen up. And that was it.